Excuse you? Excuse me, what? Oh, you were jamming to that? I'm sorry. Snatcher's had some bangers too, though. Sager. What game was that from? Sonic Spinball. Phenomer. That one, because it's the highest one. The last time, on Snatcher, we learned that we were frozen for a while. There's a pretty big deal with that, but also Harry was our son, apparently. He died in our arms, before knowing that he was our son. If you remember his picture he had of him as a kid, he had like parents and their faces were ripped off. It was Gillian and his waifu. Jamie, there we go. Some pretty big heckin' deals, but also Jamie is being held and we had to go save her, hopefully. Also, Mika tried to hit on Gillian after he left. Or before he left. Like, let's go on a date. Really? We've gotten on dates earlier. And no. Look at the turbocycle body. Your turbocycle has not been painted. And that does not affect its locomotive function. Oh, I didn't look at the area. The parking lot has become rather lonely. Oh, get it another parking lot. Make them kiss. It appears quite safe. It has not been tampered with. Rip our other turbocycle. Do not read any motion. You and I are the only ones here. Alright, now I'm boarding the turbocycle. Boarded the turbocycle. Of course you know the answer to that question. Or I know the answer. Whatever. We're going to church, chat.
I've input the map data on the Kremlin's locations. Lift off. Flight configuration. Now gaining altitude.
Jamie, please be safe.
Or she's fine.
Gillian, please keep in mind that we're working with a strict time limit.
A 50-year debt in 3 hours. Snow!
Snow 9, to be specific. We've entered the Snow 9 region. Please put on your breathing filter. Direct inhalation is dangerous.
All right.
Radio transmissions will also be impossible from this point on. Understood? Now descending. Conversion to hover configuration complete. Gillian, we've arrived.
We're gonna have to pew-pew a lot of things, I feel. Go back to the Junker HQ. We've arrived at the church. Oh, now I know why they call it the Kremlin. Look at it. The very old church. It bears quite a resemblance to St. Basile's Cathedral. No doubt they thought the same thing. It appears to be snow, but it's actually Snow 9. Try to avoid inhaling any of it directly. Surrounded by a large grove of tall cedar trees. This is likely to keep just about anybody away. Yeah, heckin' trees. Given the season, a few Christmas lights would really liven up the scene. Okay. Look at the building, or investigate. Look at it. The building is about 50 years old, but appears very well maintained. So where's the entrance? On the front side of the building. Yeah, the big hole right there. Gillian. This is definitely Snow 9. Sensor scan reveals that a tube liner tunnel passes directly underneath this area. Well, there's no surprise. Looks like we've got the right place. Surroundings conceal a church from all but the aerial surveillance. Motion detector. I'm not reading anything at all. Listen, the only sound is that of the wind. Just dust in the wind, that's all I can hear. Acid rain has seriously damaged many of the building's sculptures. Hard to believe that this much is present right here in the city. That is a lot of Snow 9. Nothing in the area besides this church. Okay. Cannot get a clear channel in this area. No transmissions possible. Snow 9 causing the trouble. Snow 9 levels are very high here. There's no way to call in any reinforcements, eh? I am the reinforcement. I bet that's about the size of it. What about the video phone call from Jamie? No doubt the call used a very high-powered transmitter of some kind. Yes, that's a good idea. Alright, I'll save everything that's happened up until now. Which file number? Or number 2? Griffin Bladela. Yeah, we're doing the thing. We're doing something.
Alright, now opening the door.
What's wrong? Won't open?
I've scanned it, and it's not locked. It is probably rusted into place.
Not surprising. After all, our friends always go in and out through the basement.
Let's push it together.
All right. 1, 2, 3!
That got it.
What's this? It would appear to be some kind of a chapel for the Snatchers. Telling me those things pray? To whom? No doubt to their creator. The portrait on the wall is probably a representation of him. Okay. Look at the portrait. This person is no doubt the one the Snatchers worship as their creator. Guy, isn't that random? Does look like him. Moment, I'll compare the picture with my data on random. It's Alucard. While the facial bone structure of the individual in the portrait is nearly identical to that of random, a positive identification is impossible as the picture is not a photograph. It just looks too much like him to be a coincidence. What if he had a brother? These are the chairs for worshippers in the chapel, no doubt. Just dust in the wind, that's all I can hear. So they've already left for the summit? Oh no. Something is written on the painting. The creator, Modnar. That's random backward. You know that Alucard is Dracula backward? Coincidence? I think not. So this is Professor Modnar? The one the Snatcher was talking about, eh? It appears to be a portrait of that person. There are a number of scratches on the surface. They were almost certainly caused by the Snatchers. Scratches on the chairs. Got pointy butts. All very organized, almost inhumanely so. Inhumanly so. A little different there. There's another room farther back. Everything is nice and orderly. It's as if the pre-collapsed Soviet Union has been recreated here. Based on the condition of the paints and canvas, I would say that this portrait was painted over 50 years ago. Very heavy object. Appears to have been placed here. It's structurally damaged. Words are hard. There's no litter or garbage anywhere, it's almost too clean. I'm not reading anything at all. Okay. The whole area is exceptionally quiet. Now that you mention it, the person in the portrait does look like random Hajile. Word's hard. Does kind of look like random, but not quite. 50 years ago. Okay. No covering of dust, they appear to be used regularly. Decorations don't appear to be those of a church. Okay. The painting's like 50 years old, got it. So it tells me to continue back. Oh, we're going to the back room. I like continue forward. Like, am I just leaving? What's happening? Snatchers. Look at them all. I'm not picking up any energy readings. They are all deactivated in some kind of suspension mode. This is their warehouse, eh? There must be a few hundred of them here. They continue all the way back. Still, this doesn't look like a factory to me. These are endostructures which have yet to have the artificial skin installed. The bone sizing devices and skull slits are all still set to the smallest sizes. So their victims haven't been chosen yet. They're all just waiting their turn. Seem to be a number of containers stacked up in the back of the room. Investigate the Snatcher. None of these Snatchers appear damaged. All they need is their energy packs. The gender units have yet to be installed, however. I do not see any tools or equipment for maintaining anything in the area. This room would appear to just be a storage area. I'm not picking up any large movement signals. What about small ones? Dust in the wind, that's all I can hear. Okay. They almost look as if they could spring to life any moment. If this many Snatchers were to all start moving at the same time, there's little we could do. What about the size of these containers? The volume of these containers would be just perfect for shipping one of these Snatchers. There's no doubt how they got here. There's some kind of label here. 23rd Siberian Investigative Force. Siberian Investigative Force? It would appear that these Snatchers were brought to Neokobe from the Siberian Neutral Zone. Seems that the investigative forces have been responsible for shipping the Snatchers. In other words, the investigative forces have been snatched, just like when they found us. So the Siberian investigative forces bring the Snatchers out of Siberia into storage here. I think you're right, Metal. And then the Snatchers wait here in storage to be reactivated and adjusted after their victims are selected. Rather efficient system. I wonder where the actual snatching takes place. The back part of the room may hold the answer to that question. Okay. Are you ready, Gillian? Now heading for the room farther back. Boobies! The Snatcher's culturing room. The mechanism is operating. Lillian, there are Snatchers with their artificial skin already installed here. Snatch process. Okay.
This is where they fuse the artificial skin onto the Snatcher's endostructure. First, they adjust the size of the still skinless Snatcher to the size of the individual who is to be snatched. The Snatcher's overall shape and size can be adjusted by expansion or contraction of sizing rods. Their sex is controlled by gender units, which are installed at this point. Then, the face is modified to match the intended victim by adjusting the size of the upper and lower jaw, cheekbones, temporal bones, and tooth alignment.
Just like Gibson said, that means there are limits to the size of the people that they can snatch.
That's right. The limits of the mechanism mean that they can't snatch children, the elderly, or people who are very tall or heavy. And this is where the artificial muscles attach.
Is it organic?
No. It appears to be coated with a type of plastic gel capable of mechanical response. Like human muscles, it creates mechanical energy through chemical reactions. And this is where the artificial skin is attached. In order to prevent the synthetic cells, developed using biotechnological protein design techniques, from rejecting the inorganic material below, they attach it gradually over a number of days.
And this is the stuff that gets cancer if they stay out in the sun too long.
Finally, they attach body and scalp hair. The process involves transplant of synthetic hair follicles as well, so the hair will grow back if it's lost.
What about scars or birthmarks?
It would appear that they make those adjustments at this point in the process, as they would for wrinkles to simulate age.
Interesting. Dude boy, orc boy, hello. How's your day going? Units are nearly ready to perform a complete snatch. Here's that weak ultraviolet rays are being projected from above. Really advanced, way beyond anything we saw at Queen's Hospital. Isn't that it's a good day? Yeah, it's been warm again. Like, we had some good fall type weather. Then it got hot again. But I guess it's technically not fall. So, hopefully it cools off soon. The whole area is protected as a clean room. There's a door at the far end of the room. I feel like I'm gonna have to fight all of these. There's a beep beep. Wonder where they're getting their funding from. They're probably supplying their financial backers with snatchers as well. It's locked, but I should be able to open it from the side. Not registering any sounds except those regular noises coming from the equipment here. Gorkin, how's it going? Hello? This may turn out to be the last time we ever save anything. Oh no. You just woke up? Nice. Might be our final save according to Metal Gear. Investigate the door. That's so it cannot be opened from the inside. Okay. There's no sound except for the beep beep. The cylinders are used to culture the Snatcher's artificial skin. Endostructures are submerged within them. Okay, looked at that. This is a very sophisticated equipment. I'm surprised at the advanced level of the facility they have constructed. It's set so it can't be opened from the inside. Okay. Small metal door with a doorknob attached. These units are nearly ready to perform a complete snatch. Yeah. Computer terminals installed on each preservation cylinder. Turn them off. The power is on. Look at this, Gillian. The data of people to be snatched is all being neatly processed.
So this is where the whole thing begins. The endostructures arrive here from the Kremlin. Then they convert them into copies of their victims. And finally, they head out into the city using the old subway system.
With artificial skin maintenance being handled at Queen's Hospital.
But who's behind all this?
Gillian, look at this. There are some finished snatchers over here.
Get a load of this. The
Nippies.
U.S. President, the Prime Ministers of Japan, and the U.K.
Gillian, you're in here too.
Figures. They were looking to snatch every VIP at the summit.
And the last junker, you. It definitely looks like they plan on moving out beyond Neo Kobe.
If they were to snatch every major world leader, they'd practically be able to control the planet. Still, that's odd. With their flawed skin, pulling something off like that would really be difficult.
Chin said they had found the key to developing a perfect artificial skin. Maybe they've already produced it.
No idea. But the number of snatchers here makes it clear that they're up to something new.
Gillian, this is definitely their nest. We should destroy everything.
Not yet. Not until we found Jamie. Metal, how much time do we have left?
The summit should have begun by now. We don't have much time. And once our legal privileges are suspended, I won't be able to help. In fact, I'll be forced to restrain you.
I know. If the military wants to avoid nukes and goes for a surgical strike on this facility, what would they likely use?
Probably a phased particle beam from one of the attack satellites.
A phased particle beam, huh? That'll wipe this complex right off the map.
Everything, including the soil, will simply evaporate. The attack will leave just a large crater.
Metal, can you convince them to give me another hour? Even 30 minutes will help.
Understood. I'll try my best.
And I'll try to find and rescue Jamie in that time.
I can't transmit here due to interference from the Snow 9. I'll have to leave the area and then send the message.
Oh no.
All right, do it, Metal.
Don't leave me.
Gillian, don't forget. 30 minutes. You must get out before then.
I understand.
Gillian, I'm sorry I couldn't help you better.
Don't worry about it. I'll be able to move faster by myself anyway. 30 minutes should be plenty. Go, Metal.
Yes, sir. Don't forget. 30 minutes.
That was very helpful. All roads lead to oblivion. Welcome in. Hello.
30 minutes? Oh, this is gonna be tight. That room's the only place left to check. Let's take a look.
No. Oh, sneaky little buttholes. I'm gonna die. Yes. There are too many, and now I'm panicking, Skywalker. Dumb. Chrono Trigger, so good. Okay. This one's harder than the other one. Pull out your gun. Whip it out. They're too heckin' fast. I think I did better the first time. I can't shoot fast enough. You're gonna steal that? No. Mine. I trademarked it. You have to pay me $5.99. Here's the Gillian, you absolute butthole. Hold on.
Would you like to see?
Piss. Good Prophet, thanks for gifting us sub to All Roads Lead to Oblivion. How's it going? As long as you credit me, it's fine. We're gonna be here forever. The fuck is this? Thank you for the follow. This is just the whole fucking stream now. I don't have enough guns. Oh, the centaur of attention. I'm just goofing. Does this have a checkpoint? Because this feels like it's later in the pew pew part. Or they're just being aggressive. You bitches. All of them. This is too much. I'm just glad it lets me, continue and not have to go through dialogue. There's too heckin' many. Fuck you. Butthole poopers. Butthole poopers. How heckin' long is this? Fuck off. Can't do this. You complete this by looking up the ending on YouTube. I fucking clicked the... Just kill me. I swear I'm hitting the button and he's not shooting. Just end me. Controller. The one before sucked too. Is it like worse than that one? The controller's too floaty. Floaty ass D-pad. Quit fucking. Mate, quit fucking also. Before I quit, I don't quit. We'll be here all day, I don't give a shit. Shoot the fucking bitch, but there are too many of them now. There's no way. Rendezvous high. Help. Get out your blaster. I hit the button and he doesn't shoot. I fucking swear. Muggsy, how's it going? Hello. I need to get a CRT with a blaster. Get fucking shot. Let's see. Try a different controller. I think we know about retro games on this this retro channel here. Not to make a big deal out of it. Aside from this crap, yeah, this part's a poop. It's just a different controller. I don't know, this one might need cleaned. Like Red said. You believe? I hope so. I want to see the end. Okay, until a certain point where everything is jumping out everywhere. Okay. FNA, hello. How's it going? Yeah, older games are responsive enough. Shouldn't be a problem. Had to be faster. Gotta have a big brain. Buttholes.
Whew.
That
I
sucked.
wasn't ready for that. They almost got me. All right, let's open the next door.
There were still some parts where I didn't pew-pew. I was just more careful, I think. But also the controller does help.
Doesn't look like there's anything here. Whoa!
Ah! Oh, god damn it. Wow. Oh.
Jeez,
Baby game.
these guys are tough. Of course, I didn't exactly expect them to welcome me with open arms. Okay, let's try this next door.
Someone else is going off about it.
In case you didn't know, and I know you know, but I have to let you know to keep you in the know, this is a Kojima game. Did you know this is a Kojima game? This is a Kojima game.
Jamie,
Kojima.
are you all
game.
right?
Video
Gillian,
game.
you came for me.
Kojima.
Are you hurt?
No, they won't lay a finger on me. Not until the new artificial skin is completed anyway.
Artificial skin research? You?
Gillian, I've got my memory back. All of it.
What happened? Tell me, Jamie.
They said they'd kill him. They said they'd kill Harry. They forced me. I had to help them with the skin development. They said I had to help them because the professor was ill. Wasn't getting any better. Gillian, the engineer Harry, he's our son. He's been living on his own now for 50 years.
Yeah.
Jamie, I'm afraid that Harry's...
There was nothing I could do. They forced me. But I can't do it anymore.
Jamie!
The professor, he just died. He was over 100.
The professor? What? This old man?
Yeah. Looks pretty dead.
Don't you remember? It's Professor Modner. Professor Petrovich Modner.
What? This old man is Modner?
He's been confined here for 3 years now, just to develop the Snatcher's artificial skin. Terrible. Doing that to your own father.
Whose father? Jamie, I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
You really can't remember, can you?
Jamie, tell me. Tell me who I am. What were we doing at the Kremlin?
Are you sure you really want me to, Gillian? It's all so awful, but if you must know, I'll tell you. Try to remain calm, okay?
Turned off alerts for this, by the way.
56 years ago, you and I were involved in a top-secret Soviet project. It was still during the time of the Cold War. The gulf between East and West was as wide as ever. Everybody was worried about nukes. At that point, the world's armies were at their largest ever. Leaders still believed that a strong military meant a strong nation. There were rumors that there would be an agreement to end the production of nuclear weapons. On the other hand, the major powers like the US began to get involved in a space weapons race. But not the Soviets. The conservative despots in the Kremlin had another, completely different idea for gaining military superiority. A horrible plan, something no one else would think of. At that time, the countries of the communist bloc were facing an economic crisis. Popular movements pushing for democracy were springing up all over. Communism itself was facing extinction. Facing pressure from the reformers, the Kremlin began to panic. And that's when that horrible, childish plan was launched.
And that was the Snatcher project. Replace your enemy's leaders with puppets of your own. Then you control their governments, their economies, take over a country from the inside out.
That's right, Gillian. And to develop these robots, they assembled some of the most brilliant scientific minds from around the world. Some of them were even brought in against their will. At the crux of that development effort was a group called the Frankenstein Project Team. You and I were members of that team, Gillian. It was a 4-person team led by the late Professor Modner here. The robotics expert was Professor Modner himself. His son, Elijah Modner, handled genetics and microbiology. For nanobiology and picobiology, myself. And for behavioral science and psychology, you, Gillian. Early development was carried out at a lab in Novosibirsk, but was later moved to a secret facility under the Kremlin. At the time, the Glasnost and Perestroika movements were gaining momentum, and they rightly feared for the existence of the program if it should become known. But some of the reformers did learn of the project, and they conspired with the US to block it. Gillian, you were a CIA special agent sent by the United States to infiltrate and sabotage the project.
I was CIA?
Yes, and the government knows that. That's why you were assigned to the Junker team.
What? Who am I?
Work on the project continued to go smoothly. But then, on June 6, 1996, there was that accident. A mysterious explosion at the Chernobyl facility spread a bacterial weapon that was under development there into the atmosphere, destroying the country and the project. Gillian, was it you? Did you set off that explosion?
What? You can't be serious. You think I caused the catastrophe?
Somehow, during the confusion, Professor Modner and our son Harry managed to get picked up by American agents. But we couldn't get out in time, you and I and Elijah. In a shelter below the Kremlin, we entered a cryogenic sleep. Our plan was to sleep there until the toxic effects of the bacteria were safely passed.
And then 48 years later, 3 years ago, we were discovered by the 17th Special Investigative Force.
Yes, but when they found us, Elijah's pod was already empty.
Elijah Modner? That guy whose picture was in the church? The one that looks like Random?
That's right, Elijah is alive! Elijah is here and working on the Snatchers.
Why don't you let me finish your little story?
Who's there?
It's been a while, hasn't it, Jamie? Ah, yes. And Gillian. It's me, Jamie.
Elijah? Is that really you?
Random? No, not quite.
So you remember me, do you? I am Elijah Modnar, the only son of Professor Petrovich Modnar. I'm afraid I've grown somewhat old and feeble since we last met, however.
Elijah, why are you doing this? Your father, Professor Modner, he passed away a few minutes ago.
What? My father? My father is dead?
Elijah!
Real dead.
What happened to you? The Elijah I knew could never do anything like this.
I've changed, Jamie. These 40 years have changed me.
I can't believe it. What happened to you?
What happened to me? Jamie, do I actually have to explain it to you? Jamie, it's you. Your beauty is the cause of all that has come to pass here.
Don't blame her.
57 years ago, I was obsessed. With my research, yes. And with you, Jamie. At the time, I was still young, having just graduated with my genetic engineering degree. My father's connections got me on the team, and there, I met you. You were working as my father's assistant. Your beauty, your smile, I was stricken. I saw something in you that I never felt with women of my own country. You warmed my cold, young heart, Jamie. You opened me up, and I couldn't stop my feelings.
Elijah.
I am horny and I
I'm
was
so
whatever.
happy.
Ah.
The political situation was crumbling around us, but every day was a joy. I gained my father's trust, and with you there watching over me, I was able to work as hard as I ever have on the project. However, my happiness did not last for long. Gillian, it was you. You showed up and all was ruined. You arrived and joined our project team. Far from home, Jamie found comfort in a man from the same land. Your relationship grew quickly, and all I could do was stand by and watch.
You're a big jealous butthole.
Jamie and Gillian
That's
fell
stupid.
in love, were joined, and even had a child.
Look at how angry he looks.
Even then, my feelings for you only grew stronger. Worried about me, my father tried to have me removed from the project, but I persisted. Jamie, I always wanted to be near you. And then, the democratic movements that had consumed the rest of the Eastern Bloc spread to our country as well. The Cold War was over. The hardliners who had pushed for its development were stripped of power and the project was cancelled. The reformers, trying to cover up the existence of such a crazed project, ordered that all materials related to it be destroyed and that we stand trial for our actions. Jamie and Gillian were to be returned to their homeland. That's about the time that I learned that you, Gillian, that you were a CIA agent, and that you were trying to pass documents on our research to your military. The country had sold us out. I'm no politician, I couldn't care less about what happened to the country. All I cared about was my research and Jamie. And I was to lose all of that, everything. For someone so young, you cannot understand how great of a shock that was.
Elijah.
That is when I decided, I swore I would see that secret, crazed project through to the end. At the time, the bioroids were
Is this turning into
80%
Woman Ruin
finished.
Everything?
The
Is that where
main
the
part,
story's going?
The endostructure was essentially completed, but we still were having trouble with the artificial skin, the area that Jamie and I were assigned to. We called it artificial skin, but there was of course no need to duplicate T lymphocytes, Langerhans cells, or endocrine cells. All we needed was keratinized cells and melanocytes to provide the pigment. With the artificial protein development techniques that we had in those days, full-scale synthetic cell development was very difficult. Research like this took months, years. The original project called for us to simultaneously snatch an entire country. In other words, a whole nation.
Combo
or
breaker.
an entire city had to be snatched over the course of one night. For that reason, a powerful biological agent, which could quickly and effectively kill the population of the country, was being simultaneously developed.
Lucifer Alpha.
That's right. A type RAO11 virus which another team was developing. For someone like myself, who was closely involved in the project, blowing up the lab was quite a simple task.
My God, Elijah, do you know what you're saying? That explosion killed half the world's population.
I moved all the materials and records essential to the Bioroid project into the shelter and executed my plan on June 6th. After sealing off the lab, I brought the two of you with me to the underground shelter, and we entered a cryogenic sleep. But not before I programmed
this is stupid
an
now.
atmospheric research satellite to transmit
One
a
woman,
wake
no
signal
love me,
when the
go
danger
crazy.
from Lucifer Alpha had passed.
And 10 years later, Lucifer Alpha naturally mutated into a non-toxic form.
But the automatic revival system failed to work.
The Gork, thank you for the 100 biddies, by the way.
Oh no, it worked. Just as planned. It revived me 10 years later. A little sooner than the two of you, of course.
But even though you sealed the lab with the explosion and everything, you should have been exposed. Why weren't you?
Oh, I was. But by that time, the vaccine L Angels had already been developed.
So everything went just as you planned it then.
Yes, up until that point. But my real struggle was yet to come. My original plan was to revive Jamie as well, and for the two of us to finish the development of the bioroids. You, Gillian, you were to stay asleep forever. But I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Not after looking at Jamie's peaceful face there in the pod. Besides, I could never have convinced her to work with me on the project anyway. I knew the time was not yet right, so I changed the timers of your pods to permanent on.
How could you do such a thing?
And so for the next 40 years, I worked alone in that cold and lonely room under the Kremlin.
Oh, so
trying to
lonely,
complete the
woe is
artificial
me.
skin for the Snatchers. For days and days, no one would visit me. I never saw the sun or felt the changing of the seasons. Still, I always
This is all
had
my own
Jamie
doing,
by my
B.
side.
I'm gonna cry about
You
it.
were always there for me to talk to. Just you and I for 40 years in that dark cellar.
Oh, you poor, poor man.
Don't pity him, he's a bitch.
And then, 3 years ago, my research was finally completed. First, I snatched the Siberian Special Investigative Forces to establish a transport route for the Snatchers. And then, to test the effect of large-scale snatch operations, I chose Neo-Kobe City to be my experimental sample. Neo-Kobe is cut off from the surrounding areas, a sort of miniature country in itself, making it a perfect test site. And since it's a melting pot of various races, it would also allow me to gather extensive data on Snatcher modification and operational techniques. In addition, the element of suspicion or mistrust, which runs deep in Japanese culture, was another reason I chose this site.
But your test revealed a critical flaw in your machine's artificial skin.
Yes, quite unexpected, I'm afraid. All my research for 40 years. I gathered data and worked day and night to find a solution, but nothing seemed to work.
So that's why you decided to bring Professor Modner here, right?
That's correct. I discovered my father in one of the government's hospitals. He was old, but still very sound of mind. Naturally, he would not cooperate with me.
Of course not. He'd never become involved in something like that.
So, unable to receive his assistance, I decided that I had to have yours.
He went
But
crazy
instead, on
because
my
Jamie
part,
would not
I
love
allowed both
him.
you and
Oh,
Chloe
no.
to be taken into custody by the authorities first.
Just what are you trying to accomplish, Elijah? You must know you can never get Jamie back.
I'm only interested in discovering what I can of the human animal. In the past, it was because of Jamie. My motive is different now.
It sounds like you're just suffering from the wild arrogance that corrupts so many scientists.
Humans are such weak creatures. No matter how much they trust one another, the tiniest speck of suspicion can destroy it all. Look at how the Snatcher problem has caused such wild unrest. No matter how much science advances or how high we set our ideals, we eventually begin to suspect each other, to hate each other, and then to kill each other. The Snatchers are nothing more than a tool for bringing out this reaction. I am simply using the Snatchers to elicit the true nature of the human animal. I think this experiment has shown me the limits of human society. I sincerely doubt it will be able to reach any greater level of prosperity on its own. If human society ever hopes to reach greater heights, what is needed is an absolute leader, a firm ruler who isn't affected by these trivial episodes of mistrust.
You're crazy if you think people would ever obey Snatchers.
Of course they wouldn't. But if they don't know, they cannot object. There has been a time in every age that the people have longed for a god to lead them. As long as they give the people no reason to suspect them, then they can easily become their gods, indeed, a new race of super beings. We are almost there. Once we perfect the artificial skin, Snatchers will transcend man to become this planet's true human beings.
But you'll never get your perfect skin now. Professor Modner is dead.
I no longer have any use for my father. I have a sample of the new skin he developed. Once I've analyzed it, I'll be able to make as much as I need. Or if need be, we could simply culture the keratinized cells, epithelial cells, and melanocytes in the quantities that we need.
What are you talking about? How could you get a sample of perfected artificial skin?
Why don't you take a look at this? We found this in the rubble of Queen's Hospital.
Random no.
Random!
Oh, an acquaintance of yours?
He's a Snatcher?
That term isn't exactly accurate. This bioroid was constructed by my father without my knowledge. He modeled it after me in my youth. He built it right here in this facility. And not only that, he programmed it to destroy Snatchers. This bioroid caused me serious difficulties. It's designed and built far better than my Snatchers. The machine itself thought it was human. My father input memories for it all the way back to childhood. Those too were apparently mine. Haven't you yet realized? Random Hajil is Elijah Modner spelled backwards. How like my father, silly old man. He did virtually overnight what I could not do in 40 years of effort. Furthermore, he makes a bioroid so perfect, even the bioroid itself believes itself to be real. What's more, The cells of the skin he developed are self-replicating. Once in place, no further transplants or
So,
culturing is necessary.
is Police Knots better than this?
Is he dead?
Like, don't tell me
Its
the story.
main and
But
locomotive systems are completely shut down. It's just scrap now. But the artificial skin is being kept alive. This we need. With this, we can move to phase 2 of our plan of full-scale infiltration of the world's major nations.
The summit's already over. You'll never succeed.
What does the
it is the
summit
story
matter?
better.
Nothing holds us back now that we have this perfect skin. We can go anywhere we want, and there will be no way to tell us apart. I will have free control over the world. Nothing will be able to stop me. Politics and free thought will no longer have any meaning. My will alone will decide the course of human history.
You egomaniac. Do you think you can snatch the entire population?
There's a fully automated Snatcher factory under the Kremlin. Even as we speak, scores of new Snatchers are being born.
But no matter how hard you try, you won't be able to snatch the people's heart and soul. What do you hope to gain from this anyway?
Jamie, the human race is composed of fools.
Looks like a raisin.
But I'm different. I will be its savior. Indeed, not just of mankind, but of all life on the planet.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Metal!
In 10
Bruh.
minutes, this church will be struck by a phased particle beam. I am guiding the beam from the attack satellite using GPS and 15 navigational satellites. The beam cannot miss. Everything in a 2 to 3 kilometer radius from me will be destroyed.
Stop this foolishness now. I will not have my research destroyed by
As soon as it went to, I did this
souped-up
because woman
pocket
didn't love me,
calculator.
I tuned the
Metal,
fuck out.
What happened at the summit?
Fucking
The
stupid.
delegates, worried about the Snatcher menace, voted unanimously to allow the use of nuclear weapons on the city.
I got friend
Military is
zone.
presently imposing a quarantine on Neo-Kobe.
What? Do they intend to kill everybody?
The populace is in a state of panic. However, they have agreed to lift the quarantine if this church is struck by the phase particle beam. This is our last chance. I will handle things here. Gillian, Jamie, you two must flee.
You insignificant mass of metal. You'll never...
One move and I detonate. Gillian, run!
Metal, this is crazy!
Metal,
We
no.
can't let a single Snatcher get out of here. And this new artificial skin has to be destroyed as well.
Your last ray of hope in this game.
I will not allow some talking scrap pile to get away with this. If you were the aiming point for the beam, then I'll just have you thrown out of here. Grab this little one and take him out of here.
Metal!
No.
Cowardly little robot.
You always were a real pain in the butt.
Bust out.
What's that?
Obviously the guy in the tube.
What? How did... You're supposed to be deactivated.
I don't go down that easy, old man.
Stop this foolish...
Shut up! Let's try to make our final moments peaceful, shall we? And you Snatchers, you touch the little guy and the old man's head comes off.
Random!
I've always hated being used. Why don't you watch the final act with me?
Gillian, you only have 5 minutes. The turbo cycle is just outside on standby. Use that to flee.
Let me go. I'm Elijah Modner. I'm your original.
I don't care if I'm an original or a copy or what. You and I are gonna die right here. If we both die, there won't be a copy anymore now, will there?
The stupid logic of a simpleton, of a machine.
Whatever it is, it's my will!
Machines have no will. Machines cannot sacrifice themselves.
We'll see about that.
You have 4 minutes. You must go. And don't forget to take care of the factory under the Kremlin.
Stop! Gillian, even if these memories in my head are fiction...
Yeah, I know what you mean. Our memories of our time together are all too real, Random.
Gillian, you become one hell of a junker.
Gillian, it has been most recreational being your partner.
Oh, Metal!
I don't know.
If you can, try to pick up the pieces for me, okay? Like we did for Little John.
Little John? Oh! Okay, Metal.
Hurry! You only have 3 minutes.
Thanks! Thanks, you two! Jamie, come on!
No! Don't let her go! No!
You pathetic old fool! You don't even know how to love someone!
You stupid machine! What is that idiotic grin supposed to mean?
By snatching you, I'm finally gonna get my real self back!
Random, there's less than 1 minute to go. Thanks to you, everything will be fine.
You don't owe me any thanks. Sorry to get you involved in such a big job. You did great. You're a hell of a junker.
3, 2, 1, here it comes!
No, Metal.
Later, kid!
You just nut.
Airborne Division has completed boarding. 7th Mechanized Infantry Team has completed boarding.
Kojima did. He nutted over his own game. Seems about right.
Squad, report for boarding immediately.
Pass a kidney
Really
stone, oh
going,
no.
aren't you?
It's our responsibility, too. Besides, if I go to Moscow, I may get some of my memory back. And if that happens, I'll be able to love you even more than I do now. Wait for me. I want to be with you, but first I've got to destroy this terrible factory of theirs. Jamie, when I get back, let's try living together again. What do you say?
13th Special Operations Squad and all junker personnel report immediately for departure.
Daring contest?
We'll be waiting for you too.
Katrina! Mika! You're here too?
You better be happy, Buster, with all these beautiful women seeing you off.
I'm happy you came. Let me introduce my wife.
Jamie Seed. I suppose it's a little odd introducing myself a second time, though.
What do you mean? You've never met them before, have you?
What are you talking about, Gillian? We're good friends.
Huh? Since when?
It's the first time I've met her in person, but I've spoken with her on the video phone a lot of times.
What? Have you guys been talking about me behind my back?
Talk. Meeker. Trying to learn more about you was what got our relationship started. Uh-huh. The trainer. I was telling Mika about how lonely it was being home alone all the time. She told me that Jamie was always worried about me, so I gave her a video phone call. Before I knew it, we really became close, didn't we? Sure. Our relationship has gone beyond just being friends. Beyond just friends? Sounds pretty good to me. Hey, you're in front of your wife? Oh, don't be stupid, Gillian. You have a warped mind sometimes, you know. Okay. The trainer. Even with Alice gone, I was really lonely. The trainer. Both so easy to talk to. Got 2 real sisters now. It holds up today because there are so many dumbasses crying about being friend-zoned. Kind of true. They're just like family to me now. Okay. Look at Jamie. Really sorry for all the worry I've caused you. By the time I return, I'll probably have my memory back. Don't worry, I promise to make you happy. Might be a bit lonely for a while, but I'll be back soon. Hang in there. It had such a rough time. She lost almost everything, practically overnight. I just couldn't stand to leave such a cute kid all by herself. I'm going to memorize every detail of Katrina's lovely face so I don't forget it. Really? Bye. Gillian, would you stop that? I feel like you're... Anyway. Done a really good job. I owe her a lot of thanks. Don't worry, Mika. This is one job I won't mess up. Click on that again. I don't care if you get your memory back or not. Why? Because getting your memory back will mean that you'll remember those things about me that you hated. You can rediscover them. Things that I hated? What are you talking about? Dealing with each other's imperfections is part of what being married is all about, Jamie. Gillian. Don't worry, no memories will change how I feel about you. Okay. Thank you, Gillian. It's good to hear you say that. Now kiss.
So have they finalized what they're going to do about Junker operations? I suppose this will end up being our last mission, huh?
Well, originally they were planning on disbanding the team, but now they've decided to keep us in business.
So that means...
That's right. We've been designated as one of the government's special police divisions. That puts us above the regular cops.
So the government has decided that crime by machines poses a bigger threat than crime by humans from here on out, huh?
They've chosen the new chief, too. So when you get back, you'll get to meet the new head honcho.
Well, it's comforting to know I've got a place I can come back to.
Have a safe trip, Second Lieutenant Seed. I'm a second lieutenant as well, so let's try to get back together when you get back. Or work well together, whatever. Let's try to work well together and scream about this fucking ending. What, I'm a second lieutenant? How come my rank is even lower than what I had in the army, eh?
Whatever you do, just come home safe, okay?
No.
When you get back from this job, you still have a dinner date to keep with me, you know.
No.
Don't worry. I won't forget my promises to either of you. Oops, almost forgot. Of course, I'll want to spend some private moments with my wife, too, huh? What's wrong, Jamie?
Harry and I will be waiting for you to get home.
That's Harry's hat.
We
Where
can
were you
do it
keeping
this
that?
time, Gillian. Not some fake couple like before, but with love and trust.
I know, Jamie.
Take care, Gillian.
I'll see you, Jamie.
Wait! Wait for me! Take me with you, please!
Aw.
You?
He's on his
Metal?
Sega CD.
Yes, sir! We didn't have a good frame to work with, so this is just a temporary body. Just call me Metal Gear, Sega CD for now.
So they found your memory chip in one piece, eh?
Random protected it from the blast of the beam.
Random, huh? Wait a second. I've heard that sneeze somewhere before.
Really? I didn't hear anything. Anyway, I want to know if you'll take me with you. Please, Gillian, please take me with you.
Hurry up and get on board, partner.
Yes, sir, Gillian.
Got any video games on your body? Let me let it hello. You're so confused? Oh, you should have seen the bullshit earlier. The bad guy was like, I did all this because Jamie wouldn't love me. Wah. And it was stupid. Oh, this game I couldn't
Throughout
tell.
history, suspicion has always bred conflict. The real conflict, though, resides in people's hearts.
And their asses.
This conflict has just begun.
Their ass. Did you know Kojima made this game? Could you tell? Could you tell that Kojima made this game? Everyone get in line to blow Kojima. Anyway. Wow, Snatcher. It was good until that part. Like, really? That's where we're going with it? Okay. Time to disassociate. This was the 90s, or whatever. Some versions come out in the late 80s, I don't know. It's a sign of the times. It's all the woman's fault. Insert laugh track. Please laugh, haha. I want to say you phoned in the ending, but tracks with Kojima, true. Anyway, if you want a good text-based adventure with puzzle solving that does have a fairly pervy main character that isn't weird to underage girls, you should play The Somnium Files. I had to check it out. I highly recommend it. It goes on sale. I don't know fairly often, but it goes on sale. Yeah, I had the Somnium Files, very good. Also, the Zero Escape series. I do want to play Famicom Detective Club someday. It's just never on sale and it's too rich for my blood at the moment. I have a pretty cool game picked out for Halloween month. It's gonna remain a mystery though. But just know that it's very cool. It's gonna take a little bit of a setup. Prize fight or no? Outdated for today in a bad way. It's probably outdated then too. Like, oh, we're blaming the woman again. Very original. Don't, it's terrible. What is Prize Fighter? I don't know if I know it. Oh yeah, Soul the Gundog. I want to play that as well. It looks great. I want to get it on the Switch someday. Early FMV game where you box. Oh. Ramen guy. Ray Van Steen did a lot of voices apparently. But if you want an amusing FMV fighting game, exactly. Accurate. Broken Quest, thank you for the crow biddies. Funny. You fight people that are element based. There's like a fire guy, a wind guy, and then like forget what else. But it's an FMV game and it's silly. Fighting the wind-based people was funny because they had absurd sounding wind sounds, fake wind sounds. Like they'd jump in and be like whoosh. That was beautiful. Hey, that game's not cursed. It's good. Beautiful. Like the fire guy sasses you. He's like jumping around everywhere and he's like, how do you feel about cremation? Anyway. Is there anything else after the credits? I had fun with this game until, you know, that part. Is there anything after this actual kumquat you can tell me? Produced by Konami. I hit the start button. Well, Snatcher, you were good until you weren't. I had a good time. Metal Gear was adorable little baby. Yeah. I'm gonna take a break. And then we're gonna play... Do you know what it is? Do you know what the next game is? Can you guess? No, it's a good game. Snatcher 2. No. I don't know if I'll eat some. I ate before stream. But I'm gonna take a little break.
It was a huge snake.
Would you like to see it?
Alton, thank you for 88 heckin' months. Final Fantasy VII, that's not a Sega game. Hessian, how'd you know? Hessian got it. Ding ding ding, you're a wiener. Ding ding. Ding ding ding. I'm just gonna keep dinging. Ding ding ding. That you did it. Alright. Better go play the lottery. Or something. Yerp. Behind the scenes.
Yes!
Exactly.
Yes!
We have a choo-choo? Yeah. Choo-chooing? Hold on. There you go. The music for a choo-choo. James Pond? Oh no. Yeah, it's Purple Mail. From Falcom. But with a twist, we're gonna play the Unworked Designs version, because I don't want to deal with their bullshit. Or dealt enough bullshit with this Kojima nonsense.